We'll be continuing our folk season with renowned Irish folk singers McCusker and McDonnell. They'll be taking us on a tour of their hometown. That's next on Shaft of Fada Cochrane.
In 1975 the journey did begin,
with songs about the blacksmith and the rambles of spring.
Later came the bunch of time and made our dreams come true,
when we topped the pops in England back in 1982.
40 years upon the stage, oh how the time has...
Muff! 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 Muff!
Sitting here today, it's hard to imagine hundreds of galleons scattered across the bay. But were you here 300 years ago, that's precisely what you would have seen, as Spanish Moors invaded Ireland from the west. Local parish records describe them as black as thine boot. Wearing continental ruffs and codpieces didn't endear them to the local populace, who until this period had clothed themselves in wolf and hare pelts. But they were won over when Saladin himself crushed Cromwell's army on the site where our cherished Maxall stands today. We took a trip down to the local museum to find out more.
This ugly heap of shit was pulled out of the water back in '96. It sat in Fallon's fishmongers for 12 years. No one wanted to touch it. And can you blame them? Well, it's here now for everybody to see.
Every August, the most effeminate boy in the village would be made to don these leather shoes and carry this big silver stick up a hill.
And if he failed in doing so, he'd make the business end of those two bad boys there as well.
This here scary looking blighter is the biggest crab ever pulled from Irish waters. It was hauled out of Muff Bay back in 1942 by local fisherman Jerry Hall. He kept it in his bath for 6 years, feeding it a strict diet of stale bread and cat food. But from the very first day, bizarre happenings would befall the village. Dogs would go missing, cries were heard in the nearby woods, and in 1947 there was no spring.
Despite being made mayor twice, rumours of it being a witch prevailed, which ultimately resulted in a firebrand denunciation by the local bishop. This failed when the crab took to hiding under a tractor and could not be moved for many days.
Enraged, the townspeople attempted to drive the ailing crab back to the sea. But it was too slow, and so it was brutally kicked to death outside what is now Borderland's Jam and Sock Emporium. The sea plays a vital role in the lives of Muff's residents. However, it is still regarded with suspicious eyes by the more superstitious amongst us. All seafaring towns have their own legends. Ours is a tragic one. For it was on this very spot that the first king of Donegal was bathing with several beauties when he was dragged to his death by a mere man. This tragic event is marked every year when Ireland's strongest man hurls a rock into the sea in revenge for his untimely death. We're gonna get McDonnell to do a wee reconstruction of that very event. The humble workhorse has helped to shape the countryside that we know and love, bearing the brunt of the farm's back-breaking labour, providing companionship and a kind ear in those long winter months, and of course, providing the raw ingredients in Muff's favourite local delicacy.
When the working day is done, the horses are trotted down to Muff's tinker yard, where they're humanely euthanised. The majority of the horses use to stuff mattresses, but the hooves, well, they get a bit of special treatment.
The hooves are boiled for 3 days, which renders them into a thick paste, which gives off a bracing, musky scent. Water is added for texture, and to dilute the alcohol content from a eye-watering 90% down to a much more palatable 74. And then, it's time to add the secret ingredients.
The ingredients are a fiercely guarded secret, Legend had it that the locals used to add gold to it. There ain't much gold to be found now in the hills around Muff. So for a touch of class, people add a bit of lead or a touch of tin. The result is a distinctive musky wine that Jim Murray has called overbearing in all the wrong ways. Well, you can fuck off, Jim. If it's good enough for Bernie Nolan, it's good enough for us.
Is it ready yet?
Let's have a look. Not yet. Nah. This odd-looking bollocks here's Bruff Brian, Donegal's strongest man. His feats of strength have included lifting Donegal's fattest man.
Oh, he's a heavy bastard.
And keeping his hand on a deep fat fire for 10 minutes.
Oh, it still smells of chips.
Brian here comes from a long line of strong men, including famously Hardy Henry, who attempted to pull a tractor up a hill using only his testicles. This resulted in a complete amputation of his scrotum. Brian, what's the heaviest thing you've ever lifted?
You name it, man, you name it. I've lifted it. Come on now, pick a thing.
A car.
I've lifted many cars. I've lifted so many cars. I've lifted Porsches. Feet off the ground. What else now? Come on.
A boat.
I've lifted ships. Not just boats, I've lifted ships as well. Titanic, 1912, 4 feet off the water. Now come on, what else now? What's heavier than Titanic?
I don't know, Brian, the fucking moon.
I've lifted that as well. We attached it weights to the moon and we pulled it out of orbit.
Alright, Brian, you're going to give us some shows of strength here today for the audience, so I'll let you get ready there.
Just doing the exercises. Now where do you see this? Where do you see? There! Where's the TV? No, keep it closed. Look at this fella, look. It's me man's TV. Solely brave here. No, I should see the blacks on that man. Look at that one. Light as a feather, eh? Light as a feather. You wanna go? Here, catch. Oh, Christ. No, man! No, stay in! No, there's nothing to see. No, the TV's inside. It's not out here. No, I don't know what you mean. Man, please! Stay inside, man! You better fucking go! Go now! No, stay! Ever since the introduction of electricity in 1962, Muff has become the technological epicenter of the Northwest. I'm here to meet Owen Coogan. He's a technical entrepreneur, and he's made a fortune showing the stock of his daddy's butchers on the internet. I'm here to catch up with him and try and find out what this internet's all about. So Owen, why don't you tell us a little more about this technological marvel you've got here?
Well, it allows me to talk to over 4,000 people all over the world.
Wow, and who are you talking to today?
I'm talking to the owner of a biscuit factory in Bolivia.
Why'd you ask him what the weather's like?
He says the drug lords have killed his daughter.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. It's called surfing the web. I'd better grab myself a board and catch some waves. After a long drive on the tour bus, it's always great to get out and stretch the legs with a nice pint and a bit of a dance at one of Muff's famous local pubs.
No trip to Muff would be complete without a stay after hours. There's a bit of a buzz about town after 10, and you're never more than a stool away from a fellow with a good story. Fuck's sake! Come on, you bastard, will you? Oh, for fuck's sake! Stuck €3 on that.
My weapon jammed and I got stuck way out and all alone. And I could hear the enemy moving in close outside. Just then I heard.
Wait, you was right in here.
Getting scared while I counted down my fate. And then a big marine, a giant with a pair of friendly eyes.
Muff is the perfect place to meet a few like-minded adults who like a bit of stimulating conversation and a bit of a dance.
the Joe Dooley's record shops like meeting old friends. Kitty Devlin, Bill Quigley's Singing Bull, that fellow that made the novelty record about Princess Diana. But no folk section would be complete without yours truly. This album holds a special place in our hearts. It's the first one to make it into the folk top 10. We toured the world on the back of that album. Lesotho, Liberia, Uzbekistan. It was even covered by that shite awful pop group Manhole.
Baby, come and light my fire.
Can't buy those memories, eh? How much is this one here, Joe?
Well, well, well. If it isn't Garth Brooks, but where's Dolly Faggot? How's the farm, Joe?
Grand yourself, Mr. O'Keefe.
Call me Diamond, that's what me friends call me.
Fuck off, slimy bollocks.
And where's the retard today, McDonnell? Is he away polishing old men's langers, is he?
It's none of your fucking business where he is.
And what brings you to Dooley's, eh? Last time you had a record out was when the fucking Easter Rising, was it?
Don't you have a ballroom full of outlaws to be waving your dick at?
I'm here for a record signing, actually, Lippy Bollocks. What are you here for, eh? Strolling down memory lane.
I'm making a documentary about us, actually.
One of those Channel 4 documentaries about old benders, is it?
Is that why you've turned up?
You better watch your mouth, old man, or I'll shove my fist up your hole.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would. You fuck off. You fuck with a diamond. You deal with the consequences.
Those consequences involve Diamond's dick. Because last I heard it was busy ploughing old grey gardens.
You might want to use 2 hands for that. You know, I've heard a signed record is worth a lot more than an unsigned one. Horsing around. Let's add a wee bit of value to that, eh? Great big cock and balls.
Well, let's have a look at yours then.
What are you doing?
Oh, look.
You leave that alone.
Your music really gets me in the mood for a tiny cock. Oh, so
You bastard, that's €10 down the tubes!
Well, I think you'll agree there's more to Muff than meets the eye. Why not pop down for a visit? Don't be afraid to look us up.
Of half man, half drugs, ass the clubs, bad boy, that's what's up. Half the bucks, crush crews after us. No games, we ain't laughing much. Nothing but big things. Check the hit list, how we twist shit. What changed but the name?